This conference will now be recorded.
Okay, so I got a message that it's being recorded, so that's why I just stopped for a moment. So friends, I'll share with start with sharing one of my favorite stories. This story is of a monastery. In 1951 in Thailand, there was a monastery which was being relocated entirely because it was close to the highway, and the highway was just being built there. So they were relocating the entire monastery. And it happened that as the Buddha statue outside, which was a huge statue, it was a clay statue, they got all machinery to lift the statue and take it to another place. And as the machines came and they tried lifting, it was just too heavy. And they realized that something was not right. They were not really able to lift this up. So they thought, let's put it down, let's bring heavier machinery the next day. As they were trying to lift it up, what happened is that there was a little crack in the statue. And as they put it down, it started to rain. So the monks just covered it up with tarpaulin and the workers left for the day. But as the head monk was a little worried because it was a clay statue and it's raining, it's windy, so is the tarpaulin okay on it? He just came out at night with this torch and he was shining the torch on the clay statue, just trying to see is everything okay as the tarpaulin just moved. And he suddenly realizes that there is light coming from within. And he looks what's happening really there. So he gets a hammer and chisel. He gets two other monks with him. And they start actually taking off a little bit of the clay. By the morning, they are surprised completely that this whole statue is actually a real gold solid statue as the clay has come off. So they discovered much later that about 200 to 300 years back, this monastery, which was at that time Siam, this place Siam was being attacked by the Burmese army. And the monks knew that they would lose and this statue would be actually broken for the gold. This statue was very precious to them and they actually covered it up with clay. That's the smartest thing that they could have done. And that just kept the statue there protected. Unfortunately, the monks died, and this secret was revealed in 1951 when they uncovered the clay. So, as I said, that we're taking this time meditating, what we are really doing is that this golden Buddha is actually there in all of us. Within us is this golden nature, this silent space that is there within us. Is really full of all the answers that we may be looking for outside. Is full of all the richness, all the love, all the grace. And meditation is really the technique, the time that we are taking so that we start connecting, we start shining the light, we start chiseling a little bit of all these clay layers. So, once again, a very warm welcome. I think one or two other friends have just joined. Welcome, all of you. What I want to just, I believe that few of you may be new to meditation, and that's why I'll just go briefly into what is the science behind meditation and what we are really going to do. Friends, we know that even if we are sitting and really not doing anything else, our mind does not sit. The nature of the mind is that like a monkey. It always is jumping from past to the future to another incident in the past to the future, always going from one thing to the other. And that's exactly its nature. So, this is that brilliant tool that we as humans have received, this device, but we also have to learn to master this device. Otherwise, this device can actually also drive us crazy. The entire universe is actually in a meditative state. When I say that, what I mean is that it's present. All the animals, all the plants, all the minerals, can not be anywhere else but in the present. So the whole universe in that sense is in meditation. It's only us, because now we have this device and we have not yet mastered it, that we are going from here to there. So the state of meditation is essentially a very, very natural state. So when we are meditating, we are actually just going back to this natural state. And meditation is a technique that we will need to start practicing. So there are two things before we actually just start practicing today. One is the practice of meditation. That means that we will have to take out time every day so that we sit and we practice it. What we hear very famously, that the mind is silent, is really the state of meditation. When people are practicing, then they achieve the state of meditation. So when we see that the Buddha is silent or somebody sits so calmly and silently, it is probably years and years of practice that goes behind it. So what we need to do is we need to practice. The state starts to come by itself. So what is really this practice that we are going to do? Firstly, we are going to make time where we are not doing anything. And then we know that the monkey mind, which goes from here to there, we are going to give it one task. The simplest one that we can give is to really bring it to the breath. So the breath is already happening. We are constantly breathing. Normally, we are not aware of it. But when we are taking this time to meditate, we will bring our mind to the breath. So we will become aware of the in breath and the out breath. And this technique is the simplest technique which Buddha has given, and it is called the Anapanasati. Ana means incoming breath, and Pana means the outgoing breath, and Sati means being one with it, becoming one with it. So this is what we are going to be practicing, friends, today. We'll start with just about 10 to 15 minutes, okay? And we will leave a couple of minutes for the questions. Now, it would be ideal if you can put your phones on silent and make sure that you're not disturbed. It will be nice to sit with the back upright, and if you can put your fingers together and also cross your legs. What happens is when we are becoming in this space, we start receiving a lot of energy which is surrounding us all the time, the cosmic energy. This cosmic energy we receive otherwise only when we are sleeping. So when we feel so energized and fresh after we sleep, the same kind of energizing can happen after we meditate. We are doing this so that we are forming a circuit, and this energy that's coming in us, we don't lose it. It is circulated in the body. As you take this time and we start this meditation, one of the commonest things that I want to share with you is that you may start feeling tingling somewhere. This tingling, you can start feeling as if there's a mosquito, or you feel like moving your body. This tingling happens because this energy, that it's like a shower that we receive, you may feel a sense of heaviness in the head or some tingling. And this is really some energy blocks that may be there. We all have them. And usually when these blocks become more dense, they lead to illnesses. So these blocks start getting cleared when we are meditating, when we are receiving this energy. So are we ready to start? Is there any burning question that anybody wants to ask me before we start? Can one person just give me like a yes, go ahead? So I will
Yes,
start it.
please go ahead.
Excellent, thank you. So friends, you can just close your eyes. Take a comfortable posture and bring your awareness to your breath. This awareness is a relaxed awareness. where you're simply watching the incoming and the outgoing breath. Watching it completely without any tension and without trying to change anything at all, whether it is fast or slow, regular or erratic. It is absolutely okay. And as you're with your breath, just watching it, you may start feeling relaxed. Allow yourself to relax more and more. What we are going to add to this awareness, to this quality of watchfulness, is the quality of acceptance. Like I said, whether the breath is fast or slow, we just accept it as it is. If our mind starts to wander here and there, we don't fight it, we just accept it and simply come back to the breath. The moment we have realized that this happened, you may even be feeling certain sensations in the body, pleasant or unpleasant. Just become aware and accept it. Say yes to it. You're going deeper and deeper within yourself with your breath, as if just riding on the wave of the breath. We are befriending our breath. You can take this as just self love time, really being with yourself in the most loving way, where there is no judgment, there is no expectation of anything to happen. Whenever our minds wander, just notice the thought just as you notice a cloud. nothing to do. It's just passing in the sky. You can simply come back to your breath. Just allow the breath to take you into the deep silent spaces within you. Deeper and deeper. All you have to do is relax, let go. Nothing to do, nowhere to go. Just in. Just for another 4 minutes, dear friends. Enjoying these silent spaces. Enjoying the beautiful empty skies between the clouds. And just watching the clouds if it's a cloudy day. Just accepting what is. And last 3 minutes, my dear friends. These silent spaces are full of answers. As you're just simply relaxed at this point in time, allow yourself to notice any answers that may be spontaneously coming. Just last 2 minutes, be with your breath. soaking the silence, soaking this love, soaking the emptiness. In last 1 minute, my dear friends. 'Gathering all the insights that you may have received. Last 15 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0. Slowly you can rub your palms together, cover your eyes with your palms, and slowly you can open your eyes. And welcome back. If you feel like, you can just maybe take a sip of water. Anybody who would want to share their experience, whether they could not, whatever was happening, you can share.
Hi, it was amazing. I just didn't want to open my eyes. I thought that I've been transcended into something that I had not tried to connect in this way for a long time. Initially, my heartbeat was really high when I was asked to close my eyes, and I think the feeling that will I be able to concentrate, do that, all the anxiety. Um, but today I consciously wanted to do it, so I locked myself up in a room and I said I'll be doing it. But when you started speaking and when you know, talked about analyzing your breath, with the basic essentials of just being in that moment, I think everything loaded suddenly. It's brilliant. I mean, and it does give you how do I define that? There's a funny feeling in your stomach also for a little bit.
Mhm.
And after that, it started getting relaxing for me, and I was like, wow. And now I'm really enjoying it. It's really, really
Wow,
nice.
excellent. Thank you. Thank you for
Yeah.
Preeti, I
Thank
like
you.
to share.
Yes. Hi, Divyani.
Hi, this is a really nice session, and I think my initial thing was finding myself to analyze my breathing was a little difficult, like to, and of course, like you said, like your mind will wander, and it does happen because you try to bring it back to the center, but I started with feeling very heavy in my head because I'm
Mhm.
probably, and it's very cold. So I was thinking that probably it's because of that. But
Mhm.
I'm feeling suddenly like this after doing the breathing and just hearing and just being in that space, there is a sense of lightness.
Mhm.
And of course, we have the regional forum tomorrow. So I was like really having all the, so
Oh
that's why
my
I was
God,
really, really crossing.
you're doing excellent. Excellent.
So it is a
Wonderful.
great thing, and yeah, so I think the intent to have a very good one will surely happen. And thank you so much for making us do this.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm glad that you could do it.
Thank you.
Yes, Alicia. Hi.
Hi, good morning, Dr. Kohli. Can you hear me?
Yes. Now
Okay,
I can.
great. So I'm tuning in all the way from Toronto, Canada. So it is, I'm in office right now, and I could say that there's 5 seasons here, so one being construction. So right behind me, there's a lot going on, but I would say I did find it challenging for myself just to quiet my mind. But hearing your voice, which is almost hypnotic, it's almost easy to kind of blank out that noise and really try to calm myself. So I thought this was really spiritual and wonderful. And thank you so much for taking the time to do this for us. I know I'm starting my day off right, so thank you. And I think this is a practice that I do want to hone on more, because as we know, we all have busy lives, so this is really special. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. So, friends, it would be very, very nice if we can take every day some time. Take this as your self-love time. Really make time for yourself. Go within without any expectations. Just accepting, just being with your breath, just befriending your breath. Do make time. And scientifically, they have realized that this technique, when we are meditating, the energy that we get, if we supposing if you're 40 years old and if you do for 40 minutes, that's what really helps to clear out all the energy blocks. So if you can't make that much time, start with a 15 minutes. So put an alarm, because very likely on a day where there are lots of thoughts, you may want to just get up initially. But just put an alarm. That really helps us to master our mind also and really go into these silent spaces. And that really gives us so much energy. So have a wonderful day for all those, for Alicia and Swaraj and Jim. And is there anybody else there? And a wonderful evening and night to all of us in India. Thank you. Thank you,
Thank you
Jim.
so much. Thank you so much for
Thank
being
you.
here with us, and thank you to everyone who joined, and we're looking forward to the next one.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Thank
We'll
you.
Absolutely.